In this session, we are discussing linear search or sequential search. In this particular searching algorithm, we will be searching for a search item on an array which is containing say n number of data. Let us suppose the array is containing n number of data starting from the subscript number 0 to n minus 1. I shall search for a certain item say 100, and that item will be searched in each and every location's content starting from 0 to n minus 1. If I can get the data in any one of the locations, then I shall find that successful searching has taken place, and I shall print the location number, and also I shall return the location number where the successful searching has been done. But if in the locations 0 to n minus 1, if I can't find the search item, in that case I shall print unsuccessful searching and I shall return the value minus 1. Why minus 1? Because minus 1 is not a valid subscript or location number, because the location numbers are ranging in between 0 to n minus 1. In this way, this linear search operation will take place. So now in this particular case, we know that the maximum number of searching which will be required will be n number of searching. Why? Because if I can't get the value successfully found in that particular set of data, then I shall have to search up to the nth location. Otherwise, if I find the successful searching at the nth location, then also I am supposed to search for all n number of data. So here the worst case complexity will be n, and the best case complexity will be 1, because I can find that particular item at the very first location of the array, and the average case complexity will be n by 2. Okay, now let us discuss this one with some proper algorithm and example. Let us suppose I am having one array with the name A, and which is having say 8 valid data, and obviously I need not to bother that what is the max lock, what is the size of the array, because I shall confine my searching operation within 0 to n minus 1 location. Here the value of n is equal to 8, so 0 to 7. So let us suppose I am searching for the item which is equal to 20. For the time being, just consider. So at first I shall match 20 with this particular location's content, which is 10, and they are not equal, then I shall go for the next location. 15, 20, they are not equal, then I shall go for the next location. 11, 20, they are not equal, then I shall go for the next location. Minus 7, 20, they are not equal, then I shall go for the next location. 20 and 20, they are matching with each other. In that case, I shall print the successful searching, and also I shall return the location number, that is my 4. So in this way, if it is 200, then I shall go on searching and I shall terminate at that very particular place where I am comparing it with the last data available in the array. So then in that case, I shall print unsuccessful searching if my searching item is not 20 but 200. Okay, so in this way the searching will be done. So that's why it is called linear search or sequential search. Now I want to mention one thing with you. Let us suppose there is a for loop, and the loop is ranging from 1 to 10 with step 1. I am writing this one in some algorithmic form. So 1 to 10 means the I will be ranging. What is I? That is a loop control variable, will be ranging from 1 to 10, and its increment factor will be 1. That means after 1 it will become 2, then 2, after 2 it will become 3, and so on. And print hello. So obviously this particular loop will print hello for 10 number of times. Now my question is that if I write print after this particular loop, then what will be the value of I is getting printed? My answer is, here the value of I will be 11. Always remember this one. So because 1 to 10, so I will be ranging from 1 to 10 and loop will get executed. After that the value of I will become 10 plus 1, that is 11, and 11 is not within this limit, so it will come out from the loop, but the value of I, if you print after coming out from the loop, it will print the value 11. So this 11 value in I, this concept I have used in my linear search algorithm. So this is my algorithm. The name of the algorithm is algorithm linear search. Here I am passing 4 parameters, 1, 2, 3, 4. The first parameter is the name of the array. The second parameter is my item. The third parameter is the lock, and last parameter is n. A means the name of the array, Item means the value which has to be searched, and lock means at which location I am getting this particular item, and this n is the number of data residing in the array. Okay, now this lock is my output argument, so I am putting double tick there only to indicate that lock is my output argument. If the lock value is any one of the values in between 0 to n minus 1, that means successful searching has been done and the data item has been found at the location lock. But if the return value of lock is minus 1, that will indicate unsuccessful searching of the item within the locations 0 to n minus 1 of the array. So for I is equal to 0, I less than n, I plus plus, if ai is equal to item, that means I am searching for item in each and every location of this array A. If I am finding this one matching, then break will come out, break will just make the control come out from the for loop. Otherwise this loop will go on executing. Okay, so please use this concept and tell me what will be the value of I if the loop gets executed full. Then obviously the value of I will become n. Why? Because it is actually ranging from 0 to n minus 1. So next value of I will be n. So if I is equal to n, that means I have come out from this very loop not due to the break statement, but the loop got exhausted. So that's why I came out. So if I is equal to n, print unsuccessful searching and lock is equal to minus 1. Else print found at location number I, lock is equal to I and return lock. So it happens when the loop has got exhausted, and the loop will get exhausted if and only if ai is equal to item is not true for any one of the locations ranging from 0 to n minus 1. So unsuccessful searching will get printed and lock is equal to minus 1 because minus 1 is not a valid subscript. So that's why minus 1. Otherwise found at the location number I, lock is equal to I and return lock. In this way, the linear search algorithm can be written. I think you are getting this idea how we have written this particular algorithm for linear search. Thanks for watching this video.